took place too soon caught us all off guard.
And
there were only
yes,
close
we are
left.
all slightly insane. Just a little bit.
That's right.
The crazy people are all the
I've looked up the directory of Arcadis in the US in
Imagine how boring
1929.
it would be to be
None
the
of
same
their
as
family
everyone
is on
else. You have to be such a boring person.
She was
for that to be
Greco's
the
biological
case.
daughter.
In the moment that we escaped from that space, I could sense what was left of Bosacius's memory. If I had to say what I gained from this trip, I think that would be it. It's good that one more person will remember him.
Alrighty. We'll see how far we get before we get too tired to continue. Might not be very far. Actually, I think our weeklies reset. Yeah. I think that means we need to go to these records, right? I think so. Yeah. Okay. See, this is an interesting one. I'm wondering if this team will be good enough for this, because this is a difficult boss.
This world will be reduced to
Strike a pop, shoot down! Yeah! Goba, get them!
Oh my. What? What on earth? Okay.
Someone needs pop. Shower me with the... Here goes! I'll catch up.
Okay, why am I not able to run at all?
Let's cause
What?
these fire.
Okay.
Don't
What on earth even is that? What the heck? I have no idea what even happened there. That was the most random thing. Let's see.
nice and spicy. Leave it up to me. Yep, has a good night show. Yep. Brilliant now! Bubba, get them! You're in toast!
Okay, can we hit him at all? I don't think so. Yeah, I can't hit him at all.
Time to shine! I must leave no stone unturned. Yep. As a dutiful maid would.
Okay, where?
Ship down! Steady as stone. As a good knight should.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of want to eat food here. 'Cause this thing I know does a ton of damage. Yeah, I'll use one on everybody, honestly. I think Farina has the most health. What else? I don't know what kind of damage it does, honestly. I'll just use a defense dish, honestly. Having more health and defense is gonna help. Should be recovering health here. Oh my. Yeah, it wasn't enough, not nearly. Okay. I would think that food would have helped them to recover more health. Okay, and use an instant heal on her too.
I'll catch up.
Okay, oh my. What even was that damage? Oh, no.
Still need me.
I gotta retry this. This is just too much random stuff has happened that round, honestly. Okay. Okay, now let's try. I have a feeling that this is going to go significantly better.
This world will be reduced to
Strike up, here goes! Boba, get them!
Okay. Oh, here's one. Okay. Ow. Jeez, some of this crap is just like, okay. Can we get enough energy here? Okay, there we go.
As a dutiful maid would. Let the world come on! I'll catch up.
There's the crit. Okay.
Leave it up to me. Let her rip! Eat this! Time to clean up.
Okay, come on. There you are.
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in song! Steady as stone.
Ouch.
That's going back in the wash.
Jeez, he just does so much damage on a lot of this stuff. Do the gradual recovery and do the larger recovery for those who need it. swapped characters several times there.
Let the world collide!
Can we even hit him here? I don't know if we can. Okay. There, it seems that we're hitting him.
What to serve you?
What even was that? She was full health, and you know how much defense she has, which reduces the damage by how much? That's just an insanity. Shouldn't even be possible, literally. The thing with the problem with World Level 9 is they've overtuned enemy damage and they've overtuned enemy damage and they've undertuned enemy health. That's honestly the problem with World Level 9 right now.
Someone needs assistance. If at first you don't.
Okay. Can we take a break on the overtuned damage right now? Like, that would be very nice. It seriously is. Okay.
Let my name echo in song. You're toast.
Can we hit him, please? Oh my. Then he just decides, oh, I'm not going to be hittable during this duration. It's...
As a dutiful maid would. Leave it all to me. As a good knight should.
Okay. Yeah, that was difficult. Okay, let's go see Arlecchino. Arlecchino is one who Toma's shield is really good for. So let me see here. Does his shield apply to other characters? I don't think it will in a party. Let's see. I don't know, it could be fun to do this in a match. Could be. Yeah, this is generally the team that you want to have for this. So yeah, Beto's going to reduce a lot of that damage. Also works very well with Chevreuse. And Toma's shield is obviously stronger to Pyro.
Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid?
Justice will prevail.
Is it my turn now? With these rising flames! To ashes! Looted. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight! With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise.
Ah, it's not enough energy. Shoot.
Have a taste
my.
of purgatory.
You have any idea how much damage that is? Jeez,
Drop your
it's
weapon.
insanity.
I got you covered.
Is it my turn?
Eyes on me!
With these rising flames, how amusing.
You asked for it!
Look, trapped like a bunch of helpless animals. To ashes! Is it my turn now? Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all. Time to testify.
Oh. Okay. Whew. This is one of the hardest fights, I would say. In Genshin. Storm Terror is like a cakewalk.
Kindness has been sealed away. My blade is all that remains.
Check this out. I got you covered.
Eyes on me!
Okay. Oh my.
Final
Don't get too close. Here's backup.
As long as we have that shield up, it's stronger to Pyro anyways.
To ashes! Into the shadows. Sundown is only the beginning. Evil waves, shoot on sight.
Oh my. Okay.
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains. Good.
Her E isn't even powerful enough to block that? Jeez. Oop, not that.
Stop right there!
Check this out.
Okay. Okay. Now the only question is going to be whether or not we have the artifacts we really need. Probably not. They like not giving us the artifacts that we need. For whatever reason. This is why you kind of have to focus on one artifact set at a time. And characters that all use the same artifact set, honestly. Otherwise, it's just, it doesn't work. Okay.
Justice will prevail!
I got you covered.
Eyes on me!
Ready.
Bye bye. Storm Chair is so easy in comparison. It really is. Oh no. That's not quite as good as I would hope to have. None of these other artifacts even have so much as 2 beneficial substats. Like, really? Am I really just supposed to 100% trust the RNG on that? Yeah, that one's definitely not where I would want it. I think she mainly needs crit rate too. They just do not believe in giving you the artifacts that you need, honestly. Like, they really don't. I've been farming these artifact sets for how long now? And like, to even use that one thing is like a complete joke, honestly. I think if there's one that she needs more than anything else, what would it be? Because that's fine, that's fine. This is like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, this is good, obviously. So that's her off piece, but then this is also not great. Yeah, taking away like 30% crit rate would not be great. I think honestly this circlet is what I should try and define if I can. That one's actually pretty good for someone like Kachina. Yeah. Between the energy recharge and defense, yeah. That one could definitely be better. See, it takes so much of this too to get it at all. It's just crazy. And there's a stupid limit on like how much you can extract. Like, in all honesty, there should not be any limit. This one's actually a good piece, yeah. I feel like I should just upgrade some of those +4s to +20s. Just so I can fodder them, honestly. This one's definitely not good, actually. Yeah, I can definitely add that one in. The rest of those I want to say are pretty good, just generally. Maybe start with some of them that could potentially be good, but are probably not good. Just that I can fodder those ones first. It's like she really needs a crown. Oh my. I'm not even sure why it does that. Stuff like this is not likely to be good. Oh, I could do this one here. See. Yeah. See, it's not going to roll into Elemental Mastery. When it's only one good substat on it, it's just not even worth investing into, honestly. It's not going to roll into it. It's a 1 in 4 chance of actually rolling into something decent. Yeah. Literally the only reason to pull into this is to fodder it. We get 1 elemental mastery. No, that's not good enough at all. Not even close. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I can definitely unlock that one. Okay. Let's do another crown. And or one of these. Yeah. Sure, let's do this one. Like, she has no use for energy recharge. Yeah. Literally, this is why I don't invest into stuff with only one good substat. Yeah. There's like no reason to. If it has at least 2, then that's one thing. But 1, forget it. Okay, yeah. Okay. The extraction limit is just 1. It's like, what the heck? It's useless. It really is. Tablet of Tona. Interesting, okay. Crit rate. Crit damage. Let's say attack percentage too. Okay. Even then, this could, like, not roll well still. It's just insane. The artifact RNG is honestly horrible, oftentimes. Let's see. Not that. Ha. Okay. Oof, 1 to attack. That's a lot of extra attack. It's actually very good because it's raising the base damage a lot. Yeah. Well, now we've at least got 4 out of 5 good artifacts on her. The problem is just this one. Just the one. Man. More farming to do. So I'd really like to get all 5 good artifacts. Because if anything...
Menial Caper says
Oh
cheap
my.
viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space. At Onkifm J9.
Okay. Oh. A freebie. Let's see. Nope. Because how many characters are there that can use this artifact set? I know that there's at least 3 that I'm currently working on, if not more. Mavuika. Okay, so the artifact set, Obsidian Codex. Okay, don't have. Okay, so Muika on that side of things. Then on the other side of things, we have Scroll of the City thing, which can be used on her, and her. Lin Yan, that would be an interesting one to max. I don't have you. Pyro Traveler. I did like playing Pyro Traveler, honestly. Yeah, they recommend VV on her. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But Pyro Traveler, that could be an interesting one. That could be somewhat viable and worth putting stuff into. Yeah, it's the main reason why I don't mind too much farming more of the artifact set. Oh, did it really reset? Gosh, yeah, it reset. We've got more of it to do. Okay.
Okay, so where do we start? We need to ask questions to figure out if there's an imposter, but
You're the
can't
imposter,
arouse
Paimon.
suspicion.
You are suspicious.
Oh, looks like Sayu's team is already here. Well, guess we'll just play it by ear. So tired. I don't feel rested at all.
That's Sayu.
How come you two have so much energy? Didn't you stay up even later than me? Weak.
See, Kichibushi, that's not a nice thing to say to a friend. Sayu's probably just tired because she came up with all the ideas yesterday. Need a break, Sayu? I can start thinking about the ending stages in the meantime. It's been forever since we've done something fun together. You need to have enough energy to enjoy it.
Oh, it's okay. I can push through.
Do it! Just do it!
Sayu and Yoimiya seem the same as ever. Kichibushi too. How should we test them?
We'll test them with calculus.
Oh, good idea!
Yes,
Doppelgangers
exactly.
only mimic appearances. They
Yes.
wouldn't know about someone's past. Let's give it a try.
They wouldn't know the first thing about calculus. It's the perfect strategy.
White fur, yellow fur.
Where? Whoa, you guys are here bright and early.
Yeah, well, the traveler's judging this thing, so we can't slack off, right?
Yeah. No rest for the wicked. Definitely not talking about myself. Still, you needn't, you don't need to make anything. So what's the rush?
Yeah. If the people in charge are here early, that usually means there's been some kind of emergency. Oh, no, it's just... The traveler really wanted to see you.
Whoa, Paimon, don't make things out like that. Oh. Oh, why?
Well, it's... your game. Playing your game yesterday? Brought up a whole bunch of old memories.
Yeah, a whole bunch of memories, Yoimiya. We couldn't stand the separation.
So we wanted to come early to reminisce about old times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you might be busy later and stuff.
Yeah, we might get busy later. I mean, yeah, you might be busy later.
White acting super strange.
Mm-hmm. Time to change the topic. I was thinking about theory. Oh, you know what? Me too. I thought about adding them to our game, considering the dream theme and everything. But in the end, the ideas just wouldn't come together.
Marinara? Yum!
It's not a food. The Aranara are like, small yokai from Sumeru. They're super friendly and cute, and can give you good dreams. Actually, that describes you too, Kichibushi. If you ever go to Sumeru, I'm sure you'll be considered a good Nara.
Good banana? Sumeru, huh? The dreams there are supposed to be special. Did you witness a dream or something? Maybe it could give us some inspiration.
Mostly
We
Sayu
wouldn't have to
inspiration.
think so much.
Sorry, that dream is a little hard to describe, don't you think, Traveler? Sometimes when there are too many feelings in a dream, it's really hard to use as a reference material.
Alright. I was just wondering what kind of dream it was, that's all.
I guess it's the kind where a lot of things happened. Anyway, it's a long story. How about we wait until after the competition? Packlord and I can tell it together. Sounds good. After that, you share many memories together. Oh shoot, where did the time go? We have so many levels to design today.
Oh, we should get out of your hair then. Good luck, everyone. Bye,
Yeah.
White Fur. Bye, Yellow Fur. Come back and play. Wow, we've had so many adventures, huh? You don't even realize it until someone brings up the past.
Do you still remember the original meaning of our journey?
Oh yeah, totally. It was, what was it again?
I figured.
Anyway, Paimon didn't pick up on anything suspicious from that team. If anything, we were the weird ones forcing conversations and stuff.
And whose fault was that?
Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best strategy. Leaning into the judge angle is probably a safer bet. Let's ask about the creative process behind the game and confirm their identities that way. Paimon saw Toma's team show up just now, so we can investigate them next.
Oh my. I gotta go get some food actually. I'm starting to get a little hungry. So I will be back.
In fact,
You too.
we all knew
Links
this would
rated
have
R. A little
happened,
bit of insanity
but
resides within us all.
it took place too soon, caught us all off guard. And there were only
Yes,
clothes
we are
left.
all slightly insane. Just a little bit.
That's right.
The crazy people are always.
I've looked up the directory of Arcadis in the US in
Imagine how boring
1929.
it would be to be
None
the
of
same
their
as everyone
families on
else. You have to be such a boring person.
She was
for that to be
Greco's
the
biological
case.
daughter.
In the moment that we escaped from that space, I could sense what was left of Bosacius's memory. If I had to say what I gained from this trip, I think that would be it. It's good that one more person will remember him.
Menogius, where have you been?
Brother Yaksha, you're confused again. I've told you countless times, I am Boyoung, the thaumaturge who fought with you in the chasm.
Boyoung? Boyoung? You are Boyoung, but who am I?
Believe me, I want to know as much as you do. Here we are, the two who agreed to stay here together, and I can't even call you by your name. It's a shame.
Stay here? No. No, you have to leave.
Nonsense, Brother Yaksha. We're down here for good now. Don't you remember? It's too late to have regrets. The seal can't be broken.
The seal. Ah, yes. I'm a Yaksha who came here to fight.
Brother, are you okay?
Look at the state of me. I don't think I've got long now.
We're the only two left. Don't go dying on me. You know, today I saw my family down here. Clear as day. What do you think? Am I losing my mind now too?
Probably.
Boyoung, do you want to go home?
I made my decision to leave Zhongzhou up on the surface. I obviously... Of course I want to go home.
I must have family too.
No, that's impossible.
You mean brothers and sisters? I'm sure you do.
Brothers and sisters. Yes, but who am I? And where is my family?
Brother! What's wrong? Hang in there. It's just you and me, don't die before me.
Alatus, is that you?
Who's Alatus? Your memory's going again.
I'm sorry. You all have to see me in this state.
Brother!
Look, there's someone over there.
Who are they?
They're my... I remember now. I know you. My brothers and sisters have come for me, Boyoung.
You're awake? At least tell me your name.
Brother Bosacius.
Hey, Bosacius.
Bosacius.
I am Bosacius, and my destiny is to make the ultimate sacrifice.
You said so much today, but I don't need to hold back as much when I talk to you. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you were aware of your destiny? The potential of life? The approach of death? Whatever it might have been. By now, I have accepted that destiny is the one disaster that the Yaksha know most keenly of all. We are destined to misery. And yet, we have no fear.
How?
Just
Don't worry, Paimon.
Plus, we're family.
See, the best thing as a doctor is if you can make some placebo drugs and sell them for exorbitant amounts of money. See, that's the best thing, because then people will stay sick. You'll make lots of money. See, high profit margin, low cost of making it, long-term sales of the product, very, very profitable. So yeah, just make some placebo drugs that are very easy to produce and give them to people instead of fixing the problem. Then you can have a high profit margin for a long period of time, until they die, that is. Help them just enough to keep them alive.
Neither of us.
That's how you'll make it big as a doctor.
plus,
Be my.
hey, friends don't order each other around.
Oh, yeah.
We don't?
You
What?
mentioned how Paimon and the Traveler...
I always order my
agree with
friends
your
around. What is she
hypothesis.
talking
Auroron
about?
came-
What? He came back?
I
Friends
told
don't
him
order each other
apparently
around.
he came back.
Paimon's surprised.
What kind of
you let
bull
I had
crap
to
is this?
prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on. Plus, he.
Don't say that.
Alright, Granny
You're
Easley, jump off the cliff.
He's not only a. Besides,
I order it.
Wait, what?
Doctor's orders.
Look,
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future.
He's definitely not crazy. Talking to his
And you,
vegetables.
Eva says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely a little crazy.
How's it going?
Round 3, item, Hagoita. Does this mean that the item we have to find in the 3rd round is a Hagoita?
The Shrine Maiden
I
appears to be
mean,
urging us to
either
finish the third
Hagoita
round
or
of the
a
test of
dead
courage.
body.
Where did she go?
I have no idea where someone's
Has she
body
been
would
taken
be.
away by a ghost?
Why there would be a body.
Next? Paimon
Definitely
will
wouldn't
never
be
leave
because
us
of something that I did.
People of Liyue Harbor. Apart from my contract with Rex Lapis, they rely on me, accept me, and long for me to bear witness to their stories.
Oh, of course. You're irreplaceable to us.
That's right. That's why I can't disappoint you.
Yeah, you're their little horny girl.
Hooray! Ganya's finally cheered.
Will report its
That's
findings
why it
as
doesn't make
soon as
sense to
possible.
shut down businesses, because that's not where,
The
like,
east side of Michigan
80%
Avenue in
of
Loop
those
District,
cases
the
are
Gold
caught.
Coast Block in the near north side, and the River North neighborhood are the most affected areas. We have also received reports from Evanston and Oak Park. Until the source of the disease is identified, we ask that general public refrain from eating at restaurants, cafes, bars, and public places.
Just don't
If
eat.
not necessary,
It'll be
please
fine
do
if you
not
just don't eat.
Visit major public hospitals in urban areas.
He just got done saying that the main way that they're catching it is in residential areas, and he's like, oh, don't go into public areas. Even though that's not where they're
You look so
catching it.
angry, Mr. Netto. Are you okay?
Oh, man. Wondering if this
I'm
is
fine.
real life right now.
The casualties are staggering.
The brain deadness is astounding.
How did the Manus do that?
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9. Is there really flying emergency food in other worlds? How does it taste? And how do you cook it?
Is there really flying emergency food in other worlds? How does it taste and how do you cook it? The look on Paimon's face.
Which is edible? Rubber, cabbage, or carbuncle?
Cabbage.
What, the answer's not rubber?
Does the rain come down from the sky or the other way around?
Here, I thought rubber was edible.
Can be both.
You're good to go. Take these materials with you. The visitor guide is between the 2nd and 3rd page. Go in from the
I don't
left,
know,
turn right
I
twice,
could
and
go
take the
for
lift.
some good old
Keep
rubber
walking
right
and
now.
you'll see the ward.
Rubber sounds good. Yummy, good
I see.
texture.
Thank you. Is there anything else I should know?
Just leave the number out next time. Will you?
She's trying to tell us that Eraser's not one of the major food groups. This is some heresy.
I know.
Oh, it's nearly dinner time. Would you care to stay for a meal?
Ooh, free handouts. Yeah.
How time flies. I'll be on my way then.
Wow, he's gonna pass it up.
How did you put it? Ah, yes. Taking a trip home during festival season is a universal custom, common to all the cultures of Teyvat. Now that even Master Diluc has made an offer, are you quite sure you won't stay for a meal after coming all this way, Master Kaya?
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly, Adeland. I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Oh, don't say that. How often do I get a chance to indulge my dear Master Kaya, Tea for the cavalry captain when you visit in an official capacity doesn't count. I only get to spoil you if you let me cook for you.
Oh, come on. Alright, we're back.
The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol isn't involved. Drop your weapons!
Hey, Toma! We were hoping to learn a bit more about the philosophy behind your game. Is now a good time?
Feel a soft bee?
Oh, Boss can explain that one.
Boss and Shosei were up super late last night coming up with ideas.
And he's back at it this morning, as energetic as ever. Boss is the best!
Time for an interview.
Into you?
Not so fast. Everyone isn't an answer. You need to be more specific about your target audience. Makes sense. Kids need a little exercise here and there.
Oh, Judge Paimon.
Right. Adults have more stamina, so they can get more out of the game.
Depends on what way you want to define that.
Older adults.
Children have a lot more
Exercise is
energy.
important for healthy aging, but something feels off about this. Ah, okay. Wait. That includes everyone!
How are elderly people still full of energy? That's not even true. I mean, some elderly people still have some energy, but it's not like when they're younger.
But not for Eoroi.
Next question! Whoa, not a single stepper.
Yes, Boss Toma!
Detective Paimon.
Toma's answers were all very genuine. Paimon didn't notice anything un-Toma-like about them. Plus, he was with Shosei until late last night.
Except some of his answers were stupid.
If you think about when we saw the nightmare creature, the timing doesn't match up. Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird. So, we're back at square one. That just leaves Kokomi's team, right? Guess we should check them out.
The Kokoda fish. Where is our Kokoda fish?
Huh? White fur and yellow fur are here early!
You're here alone? Huh. Where are Kokomi and the others?
Don't know about Great Yokai, but Soul Lady is behind you.
Soul Lady? Oh, as in Soul of the Deep. Okay. Wait, did you say behind us?
Oh, here's Kokomi fish.
Kokomi! A little warning next time!
Yes, I heard about the doppelganger incident. When I saw you around the venue just now, it wasn't hard to connect the dots. How did she hear about that? As for what you want to know... Energy.
Energy? Oh! The numbers you write in your diary!
In a tree? Dryberry?
Exactly, yes, yes. Ahem.
Oh, sorry.
So, we can leave it there, right? You don't need to ask any more questions, I would imagine. Yep, all good. As for Gyu Koban, he was in the shrine all night. I can't imagine he's the criminal you're searching for.
Gyobu Koban is a criminal?
He's a smooth criminal.
No, of course not! You're in the clear.
Or are you?
In the clear. Is good? Good.
What about Mizuki? Where did she go?
Oh, she's off to commit murder. I mean, no. She left after receiving the message in the middle of the night. Looking back on it, perhaps it's related to your own investigation. Oh, as she left, I heard her whisper under her breath, ordering me around in the middle of the night. Who does she think she is? Miko. She probably needed an expert on nightmares to help formulate a strategy. Well, I guess that also confirms Mizuki's identity.
Something tells me a certain someone is missing me.
Huh? Miko and Mizuki!
Hello, traveler. Paimon.
Yes, I left the rest to the young fellow from the Kamisato clan. At least for now, there's nothing suspicious to note.
She's very tired.
That means the culprit didn't manage to sneak in. That's a relief.
Just like that, you let down your guard? And all it took was for me to wear her face.
The culprit? It's you!
Oh? Greedy little thing. I thought we agreed on 20. Oh, it's getting harder and harder to tease you, traveler.
We know other things that can get harder.
Can you stop with the teasing then? Even I'm reaching my limit.
500 years and you're still not used to it? Sounds like you need more practice.
Yeah.
At least spare me for the day. I can't take the mental torment right now. I'm running on fumes.
More mental torture. Got it.
Investigated the shogunate officials' nightmares. Analyzed the traces of yokai power around Mount Yogo. Oh, and worked on some new game stages, of course.
All in one night?
Well, I didn't want someone to ruin the Mikawa Flower Festival. But I also wanted to do my best for my part of the festival. Besides, I've talked to many patients who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Compared to that, complaining about one night of hard work is a little unreasonable, don't you think?
Yeah. Even so, I think you should take a break, Miss Mizuki. Gyoban and Koban, I can handle the game development in the meantime. I learned a lot yesterday. I'm sure I can handle a few design elements while you get some rest. We can't have our lead developer out of commission. I'm not confident I can bring our vision to fruition on my own.
You're very persuasive, Kokomi. It would seem you also have a talent for clinical psychology. I'll leave it to you two then.
Sweet dreams!
Mizuki goes to rest, a little unsteady on her feet. Something else.
Mizuki really cares about the festival, huh? She's putting so much pressure on herself.
Perhaps she's reminded of the festivals of the past when I was just a kid, and Mizuki a young Baku. We would rush past the other yokai, desperate to get the first piece of fried tofu from the ramen stand.
Oh my.
It would seem she hasn't forgotten, even after 500 years.
Sounds like you haven't forgotten either.
You know, there's something to be said for knowing when to keep your mouth shut, little one.
Well, I know ways to keep mouths shut.
Well, enough about the past. We must focus on the matter at hand.
But you didn't notice anything suspicious, right? That should mean the culprit didn't sneak in.
That's one possibility. The other is that the culprit's transformation is even more convincing than we imagined.
Dun, dun, dun.
In that case, we need a detective with a more professional skill set. Or we need to find a way to provoke them and get their facade to crack.
But that sounds dangerous.
If the culprit is deep in disguise, a slight provocation won't completely expose them. What we need is to create reasonable doubt. Make the culprit question whether their cover is blown. As they hesitate over whether to make some kind of last stand, that is our chance. Oh, A didn't tell you? Allow me to show you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Mikawa Flower Festival, it is my honor to announce an esteemed guest from Tenshukaku has agreed to take part in this year's festival. Please welcome Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
It's the Shogun. The Almighty Shogun is here in person?
So this was your plan, Miko?
Well, not bad, right?
Wow, that was quite the entrance. Paimon can't believe she agreed to that.
The Almighty Shogun's presence is bound to cause a stir. Instead of struggling to maintain a low profile, it's better for her to step into the open. And it means a detective can slip into the venue alongside the retiree without turning any heads at all. In the presence of the Shogun, not even the most cunning criminals can let down their guard. Their every move needs to be faultless. The more you focus on getting things right, the easier it is for the rest to become cracks in the... Okay. That's just a weird way of wording things. That's what Miko wants us to take advantage of. And... and she's using the Shogun as bait. And the Lady Guji is daring as ever.
Why didn't you clue us in earlier? We wasted all that time asking pointless questions.
Your intel was very useful, actually. We don't know how things will unfold, but I have a feeling the truth will be revealed soon. In the meantime, stick with the Shogun, Traveler. We need everyone to focus on her. I'll do my best. Alright, under my command, the Tenryo Commission will remain on high alert. If anything goes wrong, report back to me at once. After that, we surveyed each stall, just like yesterday. A's presence definitely caused a stir. Oh no, presence definitely caused a stir, but it didn't take long for the festive atmosphere to return. Maybe a day will come when A can leave the Tenshukaku and it won't be out of the ordinary.
Another day of hard work. Where did the time...
Where did it go, Paimon?
Almighty Shogun! Glory to your everlasting reign! Welcome. Welcome.
This stall looks familiar. Yet it would seem the ownership has changed hands.
You must be thinking of Tomoki. He wasn't feeling well today, so I'm filling in.
I see. Yet, you remind me of someone. A Doshin from the Tenryo Commission.
What are you looking at, eh?
The food offerings. Although this vendor seems...
The vendor is giving me a pleading look. Judging by his cooking skill, it almost seems like it's his first day on the job. He's working.
Working? Ah, I see. I appreciate your dedication, sir.
Of course. It's an honor to serve such esteemed guests.
No need for formalities. I'll take 3 orders of Dongo milk.
Right away.
3 orders? So Paimon gets one too?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for accompanying me. Without you by my side, I imagine the people here would be on edge even now. I have my reasons for being here, of course, but I would hate to tarnish the festive atmosphere. Indeed. The Mikawa Flower Festival. Hundreds of years have passed since I last partook of the festivities. Much is different this time. The people, the place, the games.
I know some games.
Yet, the name endures, and the joy of celebration along with it. I suppose that, in itself, is a form of eternity.
Traveler, Paimon. And the almighty Shogun?
Yeah, party time.
Oh, Mizuki! Looks like you got some much-needed rest.
Yume Mizuki. Thank you for your aid earlier.
Of course. I'm always willing to help. It's my duty. I wish I could have dispelled the nightmares, but this situation is uncharted territory for me.
Even so, relieving the pain of the nightmares is no small feat. You honor the legacy of the Yumekui Baku.
So not even Mizuki could fix it? What's going on with this nightmare creature?
Let's save the difficult questions for later. Actually, I came here to ask you something.
The Shogun knows something.
Want to come to the Isa bathhouse with me? Most of the contestants will be there. Oh, and don't worry about payment. It's my treat.
Really? Yes, let's go!
You want us to go to the hot springs now?
Well, game development isn't easy. Most of the contestants are exhausted and could use a break. You've been under a lot of pressure yourselves with the investigation and all. So I thought you might like to join.
Of course we would! Right, Traveler?
Maybe.
I will remain here. I rarely have time away from Tenshukaku, and I would like to continue perusing the stalls.
Oh, that's too bad.
Then I'm not going either. Okay, I'll go.
I almost forgot. Miko wanted to talk to you, Traveler. I'll take you to her first.
Oh? Well, why don't we all go?
Almighty Shogun, your Dongo milk is ready.
Dongo,
delicious.
No need, Shogun. Miko just had some quick things to go over with the judges, that's all. You and Paimon can wait here. We'll... Alright, now we can talk freely.
What does she want to talk to us about? See, Miko doesn't need to see me, does she? He needed to talk to me in private. Why? See.
I think something's off with the Shogun. You've been with her the whole day. Have you noticed anything?
Something off? No. Yeah, she seems troubled.
Exactly. You noticed too.
Something did seem off with A today. Maybe she's not used to leaving Tenshukaku, or was it the reaction of the crowd? No, we've been through so much. Something so trivial wouldn't shake her. She must be keeping something to herself.
I've witnessed a lot of cases where patients, for a variety of reasons, are unwilling or unable to seek help. Unfortunately, that only exacerbates the problem, until their emotions become so heavy, even the strongest of people collapse under the weight. I see those warning signs in the Shogun.
So even the Archons aren't immune to emotional strain.
Humans, yokai, and Archons bear the same capacity for emotion, and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy.
It's not, yeah, definitely, no.
Anyway, the quickest route to curing the mind is through the heart. That's where you come in, Traveler.
You want me to stab her through the heart? As a clinical psychologist, isn't that where you come in?
Approaching someone in a professional capacity often makes them more guarded. But don't worry, you'll still have my help. Here, with these 2 special coupons, you can get into Isa Bathhouse after closing. Then, this is what you're gonna do.
Finally, you're back! Paimon's had 2 servings of dango milk already!
Sorry for the wait. It sounds like the Traveler has other plans, Paimon. So we'll head to the bathhouse on our own.
Huh? You're not coming?
We'll explain later. Just have fun.
Okay. Paimon will bring you back a hot spring egg!
Ooh. Paimon always thinking about us.
There is no need to stay behind on my behalf. If you leave now, I'm sure you can catch up.
Something tells me you chose to stay behind on our behalf.
What makes you say that?
You want everyone to relax. You don't want, you don't want people to be on edge because of you.
If my presence makes them nervous or impedes their ability to relax, does that not defeat the purpose of going to the hot springs? I already disturbed their progress by coming to the festival. The last thing everyone needs is more distractions.
But aren't you under pressure too?
As you know, this body is hardly that fragile. It can operate for another 100 years with no issue.
You didn't deny it.
Mortals are weak in body and mind. If there is a choice of who to bear such a burden, naturally that person should be me.
What if you didn't have to worry about bothering anyone? Would you agree to go to the hot springs then?
What does it matter? The world is not so easily bent to one's will.
I'll take that as a yes. I have a pair of special coupons here. We can get into the bathhouse after closing.
What clever verbal tricks, Traveler. It appears you've been spending too much time with Miko.
It was an honest offer.
You think you can get away with manipulating the Shogun? I wouldn't be so sure.
You'll go, won't you?
Persistent indeed. Very well. As you proposed, we shall set out at midnight.
One-on-one time with Shogun. Spicy.
Well, shall we head out?
Yes.
All right. No reason to delay. Steam replete with the scent of orchids. Water that turns the complexion a blushing pink. So, this is a hot spring.
Is it your first time here?
Yes, there are royal hot springs near Tenshukaku. But the plans were set in motion only after Hiragi Hiroshi introduced the Snezhnayan blast furnace to Inazuma, and that was 500 years ago. When the project was complete, I was already in the plain of Euthymia. And naturally, the body of the Shogun has no need for such luxuries.
I'm sure.
The members of the Kanjo Commission were once friends with Makoto and the Kitsune Saigu. Although mere mortals, those who managed to survive back then were special individuals indeed.
What happened back then? Does it have anything to do with what's happening right now?
What makes you say that?
The look on your face.
Now I see why my officials claim that the hot springs facilitate conversation. Even I find myself divulging more than intended. You're correct. Following the dark disaster 500 years ago, a nightmare engulfed Inazuma. On a battlefield consumed in darkness, our soldiers fought against dark forces, creatures capable of possessing people and trapping them in nightmares. Even the Yumekui Baku could do nothing to wake them.
As awful as that sounds, it doesn't seem bad enough to make you this upset.
Perhaps not. The battle was intense. Those who stood up in defense of this land knew the chance of survival was slim. In the face of certain death, surely a nightmare is nothing to fear. But what if I told you this? If the person trapped in the nightmare was strong enough to overcome incapacitation, it would become a waking nightmare instead. The person would lose all capacity to distinguish dream from reality, perceiving everything in the real world as a continuation of the war, and every precious thing in life as an enemy to be annihilated. That is a far more painful nightmare, both for the person in question and those around them.
If I hadn't broken out of the nightmare yesterday, would that have happened to me? Then A must be so worried because. Did something happen to someone back then?
Yes.
And what happened?
I unleashed Muso no Hitotachi and struck her down.
I'm sorry.
No need. I have no regrets. I know it was the right decision, both for Inazuma's sake and her own. If necessary, I would do it again.
Strike me down.
Well, it's about time you two showed yourselves, yes? You've listened in long enough.
Oh.
Oh, it's you two.
Before you say anything, this part wasn't me.
Well, since the cat's out of the bag, how about a hot spring tea party?
The cat or the fox?
Hey!
Nice and warm. No wonder the hot springs relaxed your inhibitions, eh?
Oh my.
So who came up with this idea? I want the truth.
I guess both of us?
Oh, they're both crafty.
Well, I happened to consult a certain clinical psychologist about how to get an old friend to open up.
Oh my.
In her expert opinion, doing something new with a trusted companion in a new environment can make someone less guarded. Looks like it worked like a charm.
I understand the reasoning, but why not do it yourself?
It's one thing to trust that Miko has good intentions, but would you let your guard down around her?
Nope.
Your concern is misplaced. I kept these matters to myself because I was unsure whether this incident is connected to the past, and I did not want to interfere with the investigation. If the investigation reached an impasse, or new clues pointed to the nightmare from back then, naturally, I would have discussed this intel with you.
Intel, huh? It appears you still don't understand why I wanted you to open up in the first place.
Help! Help me! Sounds like it came from outside. Let's check it out.
Oof.
Oh no! Someone's unconscious!
Is this the nightmare?
It seems different in some respects. Step back and allow me to examine her.
What's going on? Almighty Shogun?
What happened just now? What frightened you?
Shogun, It's all right. With the Shogun here, nothing can hurt you. Just take a deep breath and tell us what happened. I almost fainted again just now.
Is that what happened earlier? You fainted.
Yes. I was on my way to your restaurant.
At this time of night?
As I was crossing the bridge, I saw someone staring at me from behind a tree.
It was hard to make out their appearance in the dark, but I had a bad feeling. So I tried to get a closer look in the moonlight. And it was me! In that moment, I thought about how people who see their doppelganger usually end up dead, and I fainted from the shock. I don't remember anything after that.
It's
A
quite likely that
doppelganger
she
in
is
Inazuma
the
City. But
doppelganger.
we only detected traces of the nightmare around Mount Yogo.
Yeah, how would she already know about the doppelgangers? And why would she be on her way to a restaurant at this time of night? I think she is the doppelganger, most likely.
I heard that people encountered doppelgangers at Mount Yogo too! Could it be the work of some terrible yokai?
I'm sure she's heard all of this stuff about doppelgangers, just happenstancely.
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, why don't I take you to the police station to file a report?
I think you should take her to the police station for a different reason. To keep her
The
under
situation is
surveillance.
getting worse. If the doppelganger is limited to the festival grounds, that's one thing. But appearing on a
is.
random street in
No
Inazuma
idea.
City...
On the bright side, the victim seems okay this time.
Bad news, Shogun!
A Tenryo Commission official? What's wrong?
Another victim! At the festival! Kappa is trapped in a nightmare!
What?
But Sara and the others were keeping watch.
Make haste. Back to Mount Yogo at once.
Suspicious.
Kappa! Kappa! Excuse me. Let me take a look.
Mizuki! Traveler! Finally, you're back!
We are. I mean, definitely we are, yeah. Shogun, the fault is mine. Yes, it is. The Tenryo Commission failed to protect those under our charge. How could you?
Now is not the time to cast blame. Did anyone witness the attack?
No, we failed you. There's no trace of the enemy.
We split up for just a second, and the next thing we knew, he was on the ground.
Oh, it must be some terrible yokai.
Other than the Bakudane transformation, there was no trace of yokai power at the scene. It's almost like the culprit's methods are getting more sophisticated. The doppelganger in Inazuma City also seemed to appear without warning. Wait, there was a doppelganger in Inazuma City? Yeah, seems like it. Doppelgangers, nightmares, Inazuma City, Mount Yogo.
How is he, Mizuki?
It's strange. I can't perceive his nightmare. It's almost like he's not there at all.
The yokai! It must be getting stronger!
Kappa, oh, please don't die.
It's my fault. I should have anticipated the culprit might resort to more sophisticated methods.
No. It was I who underestimated the enemy. I who allowed us to continue the festival despite the potential dangers. Sara, what is the status of the other contestants and staff?
All normal. I asked the Yashiro Commission to move them to a secure location just to be safe.
Good. By decree of the Shogun, I declare that the Mikawa Flower Festival is...
Wait.
What is it, Miko?
You're being too hasty, eh? I understand your concern for the people, but I urge you to think this through, or we risk playing into the enemy's hand. Considering your history with nightmares, you have better cause than anyone to exercise caution. But do you truly believe that what we're facing now is just a nightmare?
Explain.
Call it intuition. If you want the truth, perhaps Doshin Shikanoin could shed some light. I believe there's been a break in the case.
You flatter me, Lady Guji. I do have a few ideas. Up to this point, we've only detected traces of the nightmare creature around Mount Yogo. And now, a doppelganger appears in Inazuma City. Our original thought was the culprit infiltrated the venue to evade capture. If so, there would be no reason for them to risk exposure by continuing to change form. Rather than concluding the nightmare creature, on top of everything, now has the ability to disappear without a trace, I think there's a different possibility. The people who say doppelgangers were mistaken and the nightmare I saw wasn't real. No, I can't explain it that way. Nightmare creature and doppelgangers are servant and separate entities. That's why their methods are so different. They have separate goals. An enemy with two different abilities can suddenly appear and disappear without a trace. Seems too random, like a novel from Yai Publishing House that tries to incorporate every element under the sun. That's right, the entities appeared at the same time and place. That's why the Tenryo Commission conflated the two at first. But if we ignore the nightmare creature and look to the doppelganger incident in isolation, the culprit's motive is clear. Cause panic. The doppelganger incident didn't actually hurt anyone, but the folktale about doppelgangers did cause people to panic. That must be the culprit's goal. Taking control of Inazuma by replacing everyone with doppelgangers. I doubt that even a folktale would come up with something so unrealistic. Yeah. We thought the culprit was changing form to avoid capture, but if the doppelganger isn't responsible for nightmares, they would be no more deserving of arrest than a random prankster. That's right, because the folk about doppelgangers, the culprit was able to incite panic without attacking anyone at all. But after the Tenryo Commission secured the venue, the culprit appeared in Inazuma City so that the panic would spread. But what is the end goal? Panic doesn't seem like enough of a motive. You're right, panic is a means to an end, but I think the shift in Inazuma City proves something. Whatever their goal, terrorizing one location wasn't enough. And since Inazuma City is their new target, the person they're impersonating at the festival should be absent. Unless the culprit found a way to uncover their tracks and incite more panic by leaving behind a stand-in.
Kappa is made of wood?
He's got that wood on.
No wonder I couldn't sense the nightmare.
I see. So the doppelganger infiltrated the festival as Kappa and is currently hiding in Inazuma City. Is that correct?
Not just that, replacing one person wasn't enough. If multiple people are replaced at once, they can cover for each other. We didn't get it to see each other much during the test of courage.
Kozo and his two friends were together the whole time, too. They would have noticed if someone was acting weird.
This kind of transformation is said to have particular weakness. If the subject is frightened and disguise starts to crumble, isn't that right, Yoko and Hitosumi Kozo?
It's a Bakedaniki tail!
Kikaku! Kikaku! Run!
Tetsunosuke?
They're getting away!
Aren't you supposed to be in Inazuma City?
And leave you two by yourselves? That's not the Tanuki way!
No fighting! Let's go!
What would they be doing? What?
Bakedaniki! Those little terrors! Come on, let's go after them!
Oh, I didn't even hit any of them.
Paimon's had enough of these things! What even are they? More Bakedaniki tricks?
They're easy enough to avoid. For the most part, yeah.
Nothing's working! The humans are catching up!
Little rascals! Stop running!
You wish!
Transform! Stupid humans won't be able to recognize us!
No, so we'll just hit everything.
You can't see me. I'm a bonfire.
Tetsunosuke, you idiot! Don't tell them the three of us turned into bonfires! Hear that, Traveler? Bonfires! 3 of them! We'll show them, stupid! Ouch! Transform! They're gone again! Oh, what are they this time? Some kind of stone or... Oh!
Kichiro, protect us!
Wait. Oh, I can't configure it currently? Shoot. I need to regain some stamina here. Oh. Should be the ones with the... yeah.
We're almost rid of them.
That's enough. I will not fail the Shogun again because of you.
A Tengu! Tengu was flying! Tengu is a cheater!
Surrender now and I will spare your life.
Tengu? Why are you helping the humans? Tengu is a yokai!
My loyalty is to the Shogun. Humans and yokai are no different in my eyes.
Shogun? That's the leader of the humans! Shogun sent people to steal our land! Shogun is bad!
Nonsense. The Shogun would never give such an order.
Calm yourself, Sarah. Let's hear them out.
Shogun sent humans to steal our home!
And the Mikawa Flower Festival! Shogun is making yokai serve the humans!
Serve the humans? He's not talking about the game development, is he?
Shogun even forced Great Baku yokai to work all night!
Oh, you mean yesterday? That was my choice, actually.
Jeez, where are these ideas coming from?
I think there's some misunderstandings. Kichibushi and the others weren't forced into anything.
Stay back! Humans want to enslave us again!
Hold on. Something's not right. We should try a different approach.
No need. I know what's wrong. They're trapped in a nightmare.
What are you doing? Trying to put Tetsunosuke to work?
Kinkaku doesn't want to stay up all night.
Servitude, enslavement? These might sound like ridiculous misunderstandings to us, but that is their reality right now. A world of despair and fear, where enemies lurk at every turn, devoid of even a single shred of light.
So, they're sleepwalking? How do we wake them up?
If we knew how, we would have done so back then.
Give us your worst! Kinkaku will never leave the Tanuki path! Kinkaku will die before serving you!
I may have a solution.
Truly?
If the nightmares come from the abyss, there's something I can try.
What are you doing? No, don't!
The humans are everywhere. We can't hide forever.
How long have we been hiding? 100 years? 500 years?
No idea. If Yoroi was still around, he would remember.
Shh, quiet! Someone's coming.
This is a fine piece of land. The grain yield should be exceptional.
Remember to check for traces of yokai in the surrounding area. By order of the Shogun.
By order of the Shogun, we are to exterminate all yokai that cross our path.
Kill them all.
Why so hasty? We should leave some alive. We can make them work their own land.
Hey, you know about the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? I heard 50% of the profit is going to the development fund.
Oh yeah, the festival for humans. And...
the festival for humans, and humans alone. The yokai have had their fun. It's our turn now.
That's right. We should put them to work. They're known for their transformations, right? Then the little monkeys can dance for us until they die!
No! How could they do that?
Quiet, or they'll catch us.
What? What is that? Ah!
Hey, are you alright? Yoko, Kappa, I need help over here! Hold on, we're coming!
The yokai and the humans are unconscious?
The same thing happened to all of them?
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
This yokai can speak!
No, if we don't make it to the Mikawa Flower Festival, Boss Tama will be so upset. Boss Tama will eat us.
The humans are coming for us. We're gonna lose our home. What do we do?
We infiltrate the Mikawa Flower Festival. We scare the humans away and then they won't come.
But how do we get into the festival?
Boss Toma is the best!
How about we turn into those 3 yokai?
These memories, they belong to the Bake Danaki?
Traveler! Traveler!
Are you all right, Traveler?
I'm fine.
Where are we?
Huh? The nightmare is gone. You purified it.
Just my way of dealing with the abyss.
Humans! And a bunch of yokai! The Mikawa Flower Festival! The humans are gonna... They're gonna... What were they gonna do?
Looks like they're confused. They still seem to be wary of humans. That might have something to do with the long time in hiding. Hiding? You describe the memories to the group.
Oh, that explains all the Boss Toma this and Boss Toma that. That was the only thing they could imitate. Wait a second. Hitotsume Kozo and the others should be Akitsuyuge experts. But this time, Toma did all the work. I can't believe we missed something so suspicious.
You're like Heizo, if his skills only worked in hindsight.
Oh, you're saying Paimon's deductive reasoning is Hazel level.
More or less.
Based on your description, Traveler, it's possible these Bake Danuki have been in hiding for 500 years. Sounds like they know Ioroi, too. Why don't we ask him? It's not far.
The protector of the grove. It's been 500 years since our last meeting. Sarah, Heizo, return to the festival to keep watch. The doppelganger incident has been resolved, but the threat of the nightmare remains. I will handle the meeting with Ioroi myself.
Yes, Shogun.
Oh, keep it down. Bringing all these people at this hour. Don't you know even statues need to sleep? Shogun! I bow before thee. No, wait, shoot, I'm still a statue. What should I...
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a Naku weed from the Imperial
Restream bot
Garden,
says YouTube.
A
Hi.
nearly split him in
Hello.
two.
How goes
Yashiori
it?
Island style.
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune.
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Interrogation time.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to answer.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Yoroi! The humans really did kill you!
Your body is stone!
Huh? I am not dead.
Not dead? The Kitsune spoke the truth?
This smell is Yoroi! Yoroi is alive!
Yoroi? The humans really did seal you away!
Wait, this must be Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke. You weren't sealed away?
When the humans, Kabuna Harunosuke, came to hurt us.
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move. Our yokai powers were getting weaker.
So we decided to escape the human just as the great Bakedanuki Tsukumo taught us, by digging a hole in the ground!
That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power. It was the will of the great Bakedanuki Kiichiro made manifest.
It restored our power, and then we made the human go, oh, choo-choo, yeah, yeah.
Oh, and by Ting Tune, yeah, you mean?
We tricked him and ran.
So, you didn't actually beat him up at all?
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many humans. It's getting harder to hide.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? The reason the Bakedanuki are so afraid of humans? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means the Bakedanuki have been trapped inside this state of anxiety for 500 years.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external power is against the Tanuki path.
We strayed from the path?
Yes, bad Tanuki.
But the horn helped us hide from the humans. The humans tried to take our land.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question. Whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether, or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial agreement, a peaceful resolution was always the goal.
Oh, really?
Wait, that is what the humans said back then, isn't it?
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
Kinkaku, Ginkaku, Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad. Yellowfur over there helped me a great deal, you know.
Besides, the Bakedanuki were only sealed away back then because Ioroi stole that comb.
Yoroi is a thief? Yoroi got what he deserved.
How was I to know? It was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku. I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match. Anyway, the point is, neither side is bad.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes him look bad.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So, it was all a nightmare.
500 years in hiding? For nothing.
It was a 500-year-long game of hide and seek. What's so bad about that? Besides, you won.
Huh? We won? Go us! We're even better than Eoroy!
Hey, my game of hide and seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of a Bakedaniki is something else. Still so cheerful even after all that.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to? A horn buried under Mount Yogo.
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world, with the body of a tiger and the tail of a serpent, until she tore the creature apart from within. Thus she earned the name Chio the Tigerbite, or Tora Chio.
I don't think Chio would like that name. Though she escaped the belly of the beast alive, that battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality.
Nightmare doesn't incapacitate someone with sufficient strength. It turns them into something worse.
The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself. I suspect that is when the horn in question was buried there.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bakedanuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chio's nightmare.
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a Jibakure. An earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them. That's why the traces of this entity appeared intermittently and never outside of Mount Yogo.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates all joy and every good thing in this world. The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand? Attacked.
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding, and it will move to strike its enemies. When Chio set her sights on a target, she was never one to waver.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something. Nightmare fragments can be defeated, and an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chio is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The living must take precedent over the memory of the dead.
Even so, having to unleash Musho Ishin against her again, would A really be okay? Mizuki said Archons suffer from the same turmoil as the rest of us. The dead may be gone, but that doesn't mean our emotions will die with them.
Oh, who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bake Danuki friends.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bake Danuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor friends along with it?
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary... oh, no. A 500-year-long lapse in judgment.
Miko, you speak the truth?
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar cases during their extensive travels.
Well, Oh! Yes. During my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
Then, what would you propose? This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail, I will take action.
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then the most logical option is to get rid of the nightmare itself.
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the nightmare, Mizuki could only mitigate the effects.
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right idea. If we cannot eradicate the nightmares directly, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares with dreams.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they happen to be right in front of us.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere!
Maybe they're hiding us trees? Or the wind?
Fools! The Kitsune is clearly referring to the Bake Danuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the real world.
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses. If we want to give the Bake Danuki an opportunity to strike, I assume you have a plan, Miko?
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken and vulnerable. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
Oh, she just usually doesn't compliment me to my face. But Miko's right. If we work together, I'm confident we can put together a ritual to subdue the nightmare fragment.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have two formidable warriors on our side. Our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat. I'm sure the two of you can buy us some time.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a barrier, how can we be sure it appears where we want?
The solution to that is obvious. If the nightmare fragment despises all sources of joy and happiness, then naturally a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure. An enemy that must be annihilated at all costs.
So, if we want to lure it out...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The Mikawa Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plane of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people in danger. Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparations for the ritual. I'll need your help, Mizuki. It's going to be a busy night.
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need to finish a Little Fox's Daydream as well.
And in a surprising twist, you were my nightmare all along.
Okay. I should probably just sleep. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna go sleep here. Let's see who we can raid. This could be fun.
You're gonna die. You're gonna cry when you see this. Let's see. Did I save it? I think I saved it.
Yeah, let's raid her.
You know, like on the day of our collab, I did like a thing where I like kind of made chat guess who's gonna be in the collab, and I was like, this is what I busted out.